Gyoza is a staple Japanese food and is commonly found in, well, ramen restaurants as a side, but you can eat it as is with rice. So yeah, we're making gyoza today, as I said. Look, I grew up eating this and my mum made it a lot and she made it for 6 people. If you have to help out, you get quite good at it. For the filling, you need napa cabbage, garlic chives, garlic, ginger, soy sauce, and also pork mince. Here's what to do. Cut up your napa cabbage really fine, like you're mincing an onion really fine. You also want to chop it with garlic chives. Make sure you wash them because sometimes they can be a bit dirty, and also your cabbage too. Once you do that, put them all in a bowl, salt the cabbage and your garlic chive mixture. Mix it around so the salt gets all around. Lots of water will come out of it. Next thing you want to do is you want to put that cabbage mixture, you want to put it in a strainer or some sort of cloth like I'm using, and squeeze the holy crap out of the water. If you don't squeeze out the stuff properly, it's going to be all watery and very, very, very hard to wrap properly, if you could at all.
Oh, that's awful.
Once you've thoroughly squeezed it out, like I mean really squeeze the crap out of it, for every head of cabbage you're going to use, you probably want to use 4 cloves of garlic and equal amounts of ginger. Grate that in. Once you grated that in, soy sauce, a bit of MSG. MSG is fine, just use it please. Now technically speaking, this is supposed to be a cabbage dish with pork in it, but also I like my pork, so I went with approximately 1-to-1 in terms of volume after you've squeezed out the water from the cabbage. Pro tip, if your pork is lean and you can't get really fatty pork, you could buy some lard, which is pork fat that they've rendered, and put some in. You want that, it'll make it extra nice and juicy, okay? Look, you might only be able to buy frozen dumpling skins, so take them out well in advance so they're defrosted. Now, this is the hard part of actually wrapping it. You want to get a heap teaspoon, depending on the size of your wrappers, put it in the middle, dip your finger in water and rim the outside of it, outside of the paper, so it, it sticks when you fold it. I'm just going to show you the way I've always done it. Works every time, looks very nice. I like to pinch the end just a little bit, push some of the side of the wrapper that is away from you, push that towards the finger that is holding the pinch together from the start. That way you create the fold, to create that look as well as the crescent shape that you're looking for. And then you just repeat the folds 4 to 6 times. Neat tip, don't overfill it. It'll make it hard to wrap if you're not good at this. The better you are, the more you'll be able to fill to the brim. You'll get lots of practice. I'm sure you'll get good by the end of it. A little social media trick is to make that crispy stuff at the bottom. I'm sure some places do it, but you don't really have to. Mix some cornstarch with water. Now look, for dumplings this size, the gyoza don't take very long. Heat up a pan, medium high, pour some oil in. If it's stainless steel, do whatever you have to do to make it non-stick. Put the dumplings in nicely. Once they've got a little bit of color at the bottom of the dumpling, pour the starchy water in. But you don't really need that much of the cornstarchy water, just enough to, coat the bottom. If you put too much, it takes way too long to crisp up. If you're not using starchy water, just pour, a little bit of water to cover the bottom of the pan pretty much. And then put the lid on it and set a timer for about 6 to 8 minutes. You're roughly done when the water's evaporated, the bottom's a bit crispy, and you get a bit of color on it. Be pretentious and sprinkle spring onions on your gyoza at the end when you plate it up. With the sauce, go simple. Soy sauce. I went with vinegar and a bit of chili oil. Neutral one. I go with the Japanese one, so it's good. Normally, I have apple cider vinegar, but just go with a strong, relatively neutral flavored vinegar.
Yeah, that definitely hits the spot.
If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one.